Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Thursday, September 11th.
September 11th. You heard it from Alexa herself. So I think tonight we'll get started on our wings, but first we need a workbench reset. All right. Bench reset. Tonight, we continue. All right, ready for our fresh start? Bench is cleared. Wing plans are down. Tonight we get started on these guys. Alrighty, section 2 of the manual. The wings. And it also covers the tail feathers, so not much really on the manual for the wings. I think most of it's on the paper. I do have some questions, and I'm hoping I don't screw that up. Anyways, let's start the build. As far as I can tell, that's all the main wing ribs cut out. My plan now is to join the ones that are the same size together. W4s, actually W5s there's a lot of, and there's only a couple of W3s, and then there's a 1, 2, a 4. So the ones that are the same, I will stack sand them all together. After those have been stack sanded, I will sort out the rest of the wing spars, any other small parts. Looks like this here is the back end of the wing mounting bolt. This is the pin for sliding into the fuselage, and then you would use this to lock the back down. This would be your servo tray for your aileron, your wing tips over here, aileron down here to about here, and then there's some wing skins. But first things first, let's get all of these ribs sanded, and then we can sort this thing out and do a dry fit. Okay, so these are all the W5 ribs. I put a scrap piece of the one of the stringers that goes through them that came off of this pile here. Is there a number on there? Anyways, the idea behind stack sanding is you've got all these little tits, little bumps from where they were cut out from the sprue, the sheets. So the idea is to line them up, make sure they're all seating in the right position, nice and square. I'm just gonna use the one spacer and just kind of knock off the high points. The idea is when these are installed, there should be no bumps under the covering. Don't know if it shows up on camera, but you can see where it's hitting the high spots. Now, because the bottom of the wing does have a curve, I am just holding them very tightly. Trying to keep them all in line. Keep them all square. I'm not going to be taking a lot off. I just want them to feel very smooth and symmetrical. And I'm taking off any little burrs that have come out of the supports. I think this is an easier way to do it. Again, I saw this online as a way to sand all your ribs. Plus, I think you're also getting rid of a little bit of that laser burn, which may improve adhesion when it comes to putting covering on and gluing them together. What did that take? 2-3 minutes? Not very long. So that's all of W5's done. Okay, port side wing is tacked down to the board. No glue yet. With the wingtip here, you could probably glue these 3 pieces to the wingtip and then assemble it to the wing. It's probably easier. Right here, you do have to sand back a corner, like on a little angle, so that they fit together. Pieces S1, fore and aft, those are your servo tray holder. Servo tray is right here. That does not need to be glued in at the moment, but these 2 pieces need to go in between the ribs before you glue them. Otherwise you're going to have a heck of a time getting them in. This leading rib is pretty fragile. I've already broken it. Yeah, right here I've already broken it. So once it's glued in it'll be fine, but just be aware that is very fragile. This is your aileron here. This is your horn reinforcing. You do not want to glue these 2 pieces together. They need to be cut after the fact. It's going to be a tight cut, but they want you to cut that out. It gets a doubler on the end and a doubler on the other end. So why they did it as a separate entity or not a separate entity, I don't know. But I'm hoping it cuts out pretty easy after the fact. I may not even glue this part on. I may cut it and then glue it back on afterwards. I think it'd be easier to cut without that in the middle. So anyways, that's where we're at now. There is a box that goes in here. I'm going to take a look for that and see if it needs to go in before or after. It doesn't look like it. These holes you see here for your wing spar. It's a couple of pieces of ply and it looks like a piece of hard plastic or carbon fiber material. There's no other indication. Oh, the only other one you have to worry about is up here. This is your pin for going into the fuselage. And you have a doubler back here for the screw that holds the wing down at the back, so the wing slots in and then locks down. The front pieces here, I have not located those, but they're not part of the 3x4 Polonia, as it's called. So I'm going to dig those out next and fit those, and I believe at that point we're ready to start tacking and gluing. So that is the wing tacked. Still sitting nice and flat. It's tacked with a little bit of thin CA, and then I've just ran a little fillets of wood glue. there'll be more gluing coming later. I just want to tack that in. And I've just noticed too, I should probably put these two braces in here. It's not too late to do that now. So just tacking in these upper pieces of skin. Little thin CA. Can't put the lower one in until I flip the wing. I'm not going to tack it too much on the back. I'm going to do that with wood glue from underneath. By then the wing will be pretty firmed up. I won't have to worry about warping it until I cover it. All right. Hopefully I didn't glue that to that. No. I'm going to be able to cut this off afterwards, I believe. Yep. Okay. That takes care of most of the tacking. This is my leading edge. Now it looks like it should be lifted up to accommodate the front skin. So I may wood glue these together first, flat, then I'll glue them on afterwards and then shape them. Pretty sure you don't need to see me wood gluing two pieces of wood together.